broadcast is brought to you as a joint initiative between Anubhav, the National Institute of Social Defense, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and Media for Community Foundation. Producers, CovaiCare Retirement Communities. If you're a senior citizen and need help, contact our Elder Helpline 14567 between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. We promise to help you lead a better life. I repeat, 14567 between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m.
Namaskar, Vanakkam, greetings from CovaiVani. We have with us a very great celebrity, and I'm very proud to interact with Sumathi Iyer. She is the first woman cricket umpire, and she has played more than 2 decades, if I'm not mistaken, or more than that, or three decades.
Nearly.
So it's just going to be an informal interview. So I think, I'm sure all of you will enjoy what we are talking about. And I have read so much about her. Unfortunately, I had not followed the game when I was her. She's almost my contemporary. Of course, she will be a little younger to me. Anyway, whatever it is, we have only heard names of women cricketers, but these are one of those who have made a mark, an indelible mark. And it's really a very great thing to have to interview her cricketing umpire, and that too the first woman cricketing umpire. She's brought pride not only to the country, of course, to Tamil Nadu. So here we are. Sumathi, what do you think was one of the most difficult challenges you faced in your umpiring career?
I mean, since I was the only lady umpire, I had to always have a male counterpart. And it's a male chauvinistic world that we live in. So it was a little difficult for the male organizers to digest the fact. But luckily, in those days when I was playing, it was only many women who were part of the Women Cricket Association of India and the State Association. So my challenges were not many. But later on, when a lot of men started coming into the association, that's when, it was luckily, but I'd already made a mark. So it was okay. And moreover, I was in my playing prime. So only the games which Tamil Nadu or South Zone, we didn't qualify or, whatever, I could think of umpiring. Since our team was doing very well, I was doing the junior nationals, or I was doing the other games, senior nationals if we didn't qualify. So yes, it was a lovely experience for me, having playing days and also umpiring days run simultaneously. The irrecoverable of my playing and umpiring.
That must be very interesting, because very rarely people get that chance. You can do both together, and it was very nice. Did you have any wrong decisions?
Definitely.
Because in those days you didn't have this third umpire, no?
No, we didn't have cameras. This many cameras. You would now see almost 30, 40 cameras all over the field. Ground level, this level, that level, and you have, various angles. Those days we didn't have the cameras. However, as human, we are bound to err. But it only showed the character of the players, how to take it. We had players like Sunil Gavaskar and Sachin Tendulkar playing in those days when they just walked, when they were given out. That showed the character of the person. However, there are few people who are out there to win the game, come what may, not bothered about the means of winning, but just to win. You can't do anything about them, but just tell them the decision, please take it and walk off. I was a little firm because I think playing with the men in my younger days made me tough. So I could stand my ground and tell them, this is it. So it's okay. And if people feel bad about it, can't help it. Go on with the game. That's it.
You were focused in it, so I think that overcame everything. What do you think? It's easy to be a player or an umpire?
No, I think I enjoyed doing both. Because I'll just give you a small thing, as a player, we go towards the ball. As an umpire, you have to move away from the ball. I think that particular thing will tell you how it is. However, as a player, my role to ensure, again, spread positive energy among my players and supported them on the field and see that they perform to the best of their ability. I think that was my role as a player. But as an umpire, to see that I instill that kind of discipline among the players and ensure the proper conduct of the game, because we are representing the organizers. Organizers are off the field, but they need somebody to see that the tournament went on smoothly and with less or no problems. I think we hold a very important in both as in the capacity as a player and umpire. I had a different role play, and I think I did it to the best of my ability.
As an umpire, you would have had to stand all the 5 days in those days.
Yeah.
And it must have been very tiring.
In fact,
And somewhere I read that you were almost tempted to catch a ball
yes.
because it is in your blood to play, and it's it must have come in your way.
You're perfectly right. And when you see the ball in the air, and I mean, by now I would have grabbed it. But when you see or feel a misfielding and dropping a catch, that was a terrible moment. However, I think umpiring and I'm playing the game I give both equal importance. I enjoy doing both because as a player, I have to spread positivity and give a lot of support to my players to bring forth their best. And as an umpire, we were representing the organizers. We had to ensure the proper conduct of the game and also while doing that, we needed to instill that kind of discipline among the players to see that they behave well. I don't know. I with certain pride I can say it. Had some of our Indian cricketers, like Harbhajan or Srishant, or those people who got involved in some cricketing, whatever, had they ever played under me? When I say played under me in the game where I had umpired, I don't think such an incident would have occurred, because whenever I was out there on the field as an umpire, I ensured the best manner possible. I instilled that kind of discipline and brought sense to them to say how they should behave on the field. Sunil Gavaskar and Sachin Tendulkar, the cricketing greats, few cricketing greats, many others are there. I'm not mentioning, but if they could just walk off when an umpire gave out, between you and me, Revati, don't you see the character of the person? Many players are so involved in the game. It's okay to be involved in the game, but they carry it to such an extent, they're not bothered about the means of winning the game, but they just want to win it at any cost.
I would like to interrupt you. I think you hold Courtney Walsh as one of the best sportsmen.
I think that particular incident where Courtney Walsh just turned back, stopped from his bowling run-up, and asked the player to get back to the crease. I think that moment.
I think you should describe that incident because our viewers may not be able to recollect.
No, when West Indies was playing this game with Pakistan, it so happened, Pakistan, they had very little runs to win the match, and the match was absolutely close. I mean, they could easily win it. And Courtney Walsh, he was given the ball to bowl. As he came into bowl, he stopped because knowing the Pakistanis, I mean, they would do anything. He had left the crease long before Courtney Walsh had released the ball. And it was when the matter of few runs which was going to, see the difference, the win or the loss. Courtney Walsh, he just stopped his run up. The finishing, when he ran in and he was almost going to deliver the ball, but he noticed the non-striker out of the crease. He stopped and he called the non-striker to get back to his crease. That moment, had he decided to just take the ball and hit the stumps, and the batsman was outside the crease, Pakistan would have lost the match. West Indies might have lost the match, but they won many hearts. I think it is very important, just not winning the game, which is important, but winning hearts is also a matter to be.
True, very true. And it's really heartwarming to listen to all these episodes.
Small anecdotes.
Yeah, very interesting. Did you find umpiring abroad more difficult or different from home?
No, I think abroad, I got to umpire Rotary World Cricket, and it was only men who, matches which I umpired. But in India, I got to umpire the women's matches, I got to umpire men's matches. In fact, I used to umpire the South Zone veteran men's cricket matches. I mean, all levels, school match. For me, any match whether it is school or college or league or state or zone or whatever, international, I think a match is a match. When you go there, we are going there with a purpose to see the proper conduct of the game and, everything. But when you come out, having completed the game and, having the true winners there, with the game having played in the best, possible manner, this is very satisfying. And you have played your role. And whenever I went abroad and umpired those matches all over the world, the Rotary cricket, they gave a lot of respect for me. When I say Indian, we had players from all over India. We had South, North, East, West, everywhere. But there are some people, I don't know, abroad they really respect. But there are still male chauvinists in our country who can't take a decision given by a woman.
That's true. It's sad.
It is just not on the field, it's even off the field. I pity their wives.
It's sad, but that's the fact. And coming to think of it, is there any gender discrimination regarding your salary or opportunity?
See, when the days when I was umpiring, when we were playing or when we were umpiring, during our playing days, I think we were more a liability on our parents because our associations didn't have that kind of money, Women's Run Association. So we were more a liability on our parents. But now having, as pioneers of women's cricket, having played the game, to such a wonderful level, today so much of it is given on a silver platter to the players who have come in now after 2000. Today, they travel by air, they are given 5-star accommodation. I'm talking about women cricket. Those days we travel even unreserved or even sleeper class, and we were given dormitories to stay. Even international matches where I have gone to play, we have sat on our suitcases near the toilet and gone to play. All that will not be heard of. BCCI has taken over, given a lot of benefits, and we used to be playing on any ground and a mat laid on it and played and got injured. But today they get to play on turf wicket, which was never thought out.
Those days you didn't have any physiotherapists and all to run.
No, today we have a team and the supporting staff is the number of supporting staff is almost equivalent to the team or 3/4 of the team. Those days it was just a manager and a coach. Sometimes we just went one person who played a manager coach. However, we were players who were so responsible that we never troubled. Even now I can tell you, when we all grew up, Revati, you will remember our parents, we had a large family. Our parents did not find any difficulty in bringing 9 or 10 or 12 children. But these days, to bring up one child, the parents are, that was the similar situation when we played the game. Our coach and manager did not find us, they found it very easy handling us. Because we stayed together and we combined together, that.
Except railways, the role of corporates, of course, Canara Bank, you said they were.
Yeah, Canara Bank had, thanks to Shanta Rangaswamy in 1976 when she got the Arjuna Award, she was able to talk to the management and have Canara Bank come forward to recognize women cricketers. And we were 4 of us who got recruited in Chennai, and there were many others who got recruited in Bangalore. And today I can say, if I have to say thank you to Shanta Rangaswamy, I superannuated having put in more than 35 years of glorious service and having performance at the highest level all over India. People knew. I think that was a big thank you to her. There were many women cricketers who got their job, played for a few years and then left. I personally feel, that was not the way, because it's so difficult to get a job. And here, for various reasons, health, you cannot, it's okay. But otherwise, the people who just got the job and later on left, they spoiled the chance for other cricketers.
Women's cricket is not as popular as men's, in spite of BCCI's contributions.
See, when we were playing, we drew crowd surely by our performance. But now there's so much of bhav and a lot of things given, and women's cricket is not drawing any much of this crowd, be it in India or other places. But in the days to come, I feel with IPL and all
Yeah.
coming into women's cricket,
The future is bright.
yes, probably Test cricket didn't draw crowd. One day will 20 overs will draw better crowd.
But they are doing well nowadays.
Yes, I mean they are doing well, and we are happy about it. Lot of youngsters coming into the fore, but I feel much. I mean, a lot the kind of things that we learned playing the game for so many decades. I mean,
Sheer passion.
no, we really amassed so much of good friends and a relationship.
That
just
is
lost.
invaluable. You can't value it.
Yes. The children of these days are, growing alone, not knowing. Probably, 1 year or 2 years of their association, they forget. But today, you and me, Revati, we go back to 40 years, 50 years, and we are able to celebrate the relationship. That will not happen. The same is there off the field, the same is there on the field. Present cricketers, just for them, now come, play and go. Make that little money and go. No, for us it was not that. We were not bothered about whether we got, money or not.
What do you think about women cricket commentators?
Yeah, we have very many women commentators. In fact, I have done commentary also for Doordarshan and for Shrikant's website. See, the thing is, you will only find players who have played at reasonably good level and who have the gift of the gab, who will make a good commentator.
Correct.
There again, I mean, if you're arrogant and if you're going to take sides and if you're going to be caustic with your comments, you're not going to be liked. Whether as a player or any other role, I think you need to have a godfather or a sugar daddy when it comes to women. I didn't have one, but I don't regret. To whichever level I came surely on my merit.
So you do feel that there's a glass ceiling?
Yes, definitely. If somebody is there doing it, they had somebody to push them, take them. That's okay. But in whatever role that I have to play as a chairman of the selection committee or whatever, I play my role the best thing possible and see that wherever it is justice. Simple. That's it. Nothing else.
So there's a lot we can ask you, but one last question. How do you think we can encourage young girls to take to cricket?
I think the future is so bright. Now that the carpet has been laid and BCCI has taken over women's cricket and they're doing a lot for women cricketers and more jobs are available for them. Because we had Harmanpreet who got into police, we had Shika Pandey who got in the Air Force. So the girls, many of our players have taken different
avenues have opened up.
It's just not railways or banks or whatever. There are other organizations who are looking forward to such people, wanting such people to be coming into the organization who can, give that kind of boost to their organization. So the future is very bright and job opportunities are also very bright. So if any parent or anybody finds there is talent among the girl child, please just come forward and encourage the child to take up this game because the future for women's cricket is very, very bright.
Thank you, Sumathi. It's been lovely talking to you.
Thanks.
And I really deem it a privilege to have been with you today. Really, I enjoyed it and look forward to more. Your anecdotes were interesting. Only time is the...
Thanks a lot, Revati, for giving me this opportunity to be sharing with all your people.
Seniors.
Yeah, I think I enjoy sharing it with seniors because they know what we went through than to be sharing with juniors
who can't relate to the situation.
Yes, exactly. I think today has been a very, very memorable day, and as much as you enjoyed having this chat with me, I enjoyed sharing and
reliving memories.
It was lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
இந்த வலையொலி அனுபவ், தேசிய சமூக பாதுகாப்பு நிறுவனம், சமூக நீதி மற்றும் அதிகாரமளித்தல் அமைச்சகம் மற்றும் மீடியா ஃபார் கம்யூனிட்டி ஃபவுண்டேஷன் இவர்களின் கூட்டு முயற்சியாக உங்களிடம் கொண்டு வரப்பட்டது. திட்ட ஒருங்கிணைப்பாளர்கள் டாக்டர் ஆர் ஸ்ரீதர் மற்றும் ஆலோக் வர்மா அவர்கள். வானொலி ஒருங்கிணைப்பாளர்கள் பூஜா முராடா, கௌசல்யா மற்றும் சாய் சுதா அவர்கள். தயாரிப்பாளர்கள் கோவை வாணி, CovaiCare ரிட்டையர்மெண்ட் கம்யூனிட்டிஸ். நீங்கள் ஒரு மூத்த குடிமகனாக இருந்து உதவி தேவைப்பட்டால் எங்கள் எல்டர்லைன் ஹெல்ப் லைனை தொலைபேசி எண் 145667 இல் தொடர்பு கொள்ளவும். காலை 8 மணி முதல் இரவு 8 மணி வரை. ஒரு சிறந்த வாழ்க்கையை வாழ உங்களுக்கு உதவி செய்ய நாங்கள் உறுதி அளிக்கிறோம். மறுபடியும் கேளுங்கள். தொலைபேசி எண் 145667 காலை 8 மணி முதல் இரவு 8 மணி வரை.
That's all for today, folks. Be safe. Fight COVID with 2 vaccinations. Wear a mask when you go out. Keep safe distance. Observe proper hygiene. We must win. We will win. Thank you.